Hi students, good morning to everybody. Today we are going to see about the poem Life and its summary. The life poem is written by Henry Van Dyke. Before going to the poem, you must know something about the poet students. In the next page, it is given for you. Henry Van Dyke is an American author as well as a poet. He served as an educator and a clergyman. Clergyman means a priest in a church, like a father and pastor in the church. And he served as a professor of the English literature in Princeton University College, and he was elected for the American Academy, and he received many awards and honors also. This is about the poet, and about the poem. This poem is called as a sonnet. What is a sonnet actually? Sonnet is a word derived from the Italian word sonetto, and it is actually called as a little song or a small lyric. This poem contains two stanzas. The first stanza contains 8 lines and the second stanza contains 6 lines. The first stanza is called as an octave, and the second last stanza contains 6 lines, which is called as a sestet. And this sonnet can be categorized according to the rhyme scheme of the poem. Okay students, now we will see about the theme of the poem. What is the theme of the poem? You have to live your life joyfully. Most of them will ask you, how are you, how is your life, like that. And some of them will say your life is very happy, and some will say life is a bore, and I am vexed with life, something like that. But here Henry Van Dyke, he is a very optimistic and positive thinking writer, and he's an idealistic person. So he wanted to follow some principles and ideas in his life. According to that, he has lived his life also. He has lived his life. So here he says how he is going to live his life. And this poem is written in a simple manner, in easy English. Everyone can understand it easily. The first stanza says that let me but live my life from year to year with forward face and unreluctant soul. What is the meaning of the lines given here? It is the poet says that he wanted to live his life from year to year, from his childhood days to the old age, that is from the birth to the death, to full extent. And he wanted to achieve his goals in a willing manner. Unreluctant soul means in a willing, as a willing soul. He is always voluntarily ready to do all the things what is coming up in his life, and he wanted to do that in a positive manner with a forward face. He is ready to face everything in his life in a positive manner. This tells about the optimistic view of the poet. And when he is living his life, he doesn't want to make a haste or hurry. He doesn't want to hurry in doing the things. You know very well, haste makes waste. That is, whatever do in a hasty manner, it will lead to disaster or waste. So he doesn't want to lead his life in a hurrying manner, and he doesn't want to give away from his goals. Everyone must have the goal in your life. Likewise, the poet is having his goal, and he wanted to achieve the goal. Not mourning for the things that disappear. He doesn't want to mourn for the things that had gone away. That is, here the things that disappear refers to the past life. Whatever has happened in your past life, you should not worry about those things, because the past things will not come again. Don't worry about the past. Don't dream about the future. It is a present that matters, said Mahatma Gandhi. Likewise, in dim past refers to the past things where sad things had happened. So you should not worry about the past life, and you should not worry about the future also, because from what the future in the dim past, nor holding back in fear, from what the future wails, but with a whole. The future is completely veiled. Veiled means covered, and it is not clear. We don't know what is going to happen tomorrow. It is not clear in our vision, as well as it is not being able to understand, because life is a mystery. So we don't know what is going to happen in the future. So don't worry about the future also, but with a wholeheartedness, with a complete mind, you must have a happy heart, and happy heart that pays its toll to youth and age and travels on with cheer. That is, a poet says, you must be a happy hearted person, so that you can pay your you can do your work and achieve that to a full extent, from your young age to the old age. To youth and age means from your young childhood days and the youth full age and to the old age, you have to travel on in a happy manner. Cheer means happy. So you must be working in your life, you must doing all the things in your life, all the responsibilities and duties in a happy manner, and leave everything to the hands of God. So that is the first stanza. And the second stanza, he says that, so let the way wind up the hill or down, over rough or smooth, the journey will be joy. He say, the poet says here, you might come across some success as well as failure in your life. The hill or down refers to the topmost extent you are achieving in your life, and the down refers to the coming down of the coming down on your ways from your life. So there will be some success. You might go up to your limits, and sometimes you will come down from your limits. You must not worry about the way. The way refers to the journey of the life here. So over rough or smooth, your life journey will be, life is a journey, no, so it will be rough, sometimes it will be smooth, it will have some happiness, sometimes it will contain some distress or sufferings, so you should not worry worry and bother about those things. The journey will be joy, whatever will maybe with the happenings, whether it is rough or smooth, your journey, your life journey must be joyful. Still seeking what I sought when but a boy. And here the poet says he is searching for something else from his childhood days when he was a boy. And what are the things he is searching? Seeking means searching. Here, what are the things he is searching? It is given in the next line: new friendship, high adventure, and a crown. He wanted to have new friends all over his lifetime, and he wanted to do some high adventures, and he wanted to be the topmost person and achieve the crown, the awards and the rewards regarding that. My heart will keep the courage of the quest and hope the road's last turn will be the best. And the last two lines says that whatever may be the happenings in his life, why he's always self-confident, courageous. Courage means bravery, and he is very hopeful to achieve the quest, and achieve the destination of his life journey. And he hoped that even the last journey of his life will be the best, and he will be a successful person. This is a summary and the meaning of the poem, children. If you are not able to understand, please message me or reply me, so that I will teach you again. And one more important thing what you have to learn from this poem life is, you must by heart the 14 lines of the poem, because it is a memory poem for you. Moreover, you must find out the appreciation parts of the poem. Appreciation part gives a beauty to the poem. I will teach you what are the appreciations now. The first two lines, first of all, you must find out the rhyming words, children. Rhyming words are very easy. It is similar in pronunciation. So it is being already, you have learnt it already in your previous classes, so you can find it out easily. Year and disappear are the rhyming words in the first stanza. Soul and goal, and fear and cheer, whole and told. And next stanza, Down and crown are the rhyming words, and joy and boy and quest and best. And after the rhyming words, what you have to find it out is rhyme scheme. For rhyme scheme, 4 lines of the poem will be given, and you have to find out the rhyme scheme from the last words of the lines, given lines. Ear, soul, goal and disappear are the 4 lines, 4 words given in the first 4 lines of the poem. So if you find out what is a rhyme scheme, it is an easy thing to find out. For example, the words which are similar in pronunciation contains contains a rhyme scheme there. You must put the small letter A for that, and for the next word you must write the letter B for that. Ear and disappear are the two similar words, and soul and goal are the two similar words in pronunciation. So here you can write it as A, and soul as B, because it is different in pronunciation, and goal is similar to soul, so you can write it as B again, and disappear is similar to ear, so you can write it as A. So what is the rhyme scheme? Ultimately it is A B B A. Okay children, rhyme scheme of the poem is A B B A in the first 4 lines of the poem. And next you must find out the alliteration, that is the next figure of speech. How will you find out the alliteration? The words which contain the same letters in the starting of the word from the given line is called as alliteration. For example, I will take the first line of the poem, let me but live my life from year to year. Here the words like let, live, life, all the 3 words has the starting letter let, L. So L is given in the let, and L is given in life, live, live, and L is given in life also. So all the 3 words contain the alliteration L. Likewise, you have to find out other alliterations from the poem. So yeah, let, live, life is the alliteration. And other figure of speeches are also given in the poem. What is that? Is a personification. What is meant by personification? If a thing is compared to a person, it is known as a personification. So the second stanza, the first line, so let the way wind up the hill or down. In this, the life is compared to a journey of the human beings. The word way refers to the journey of the life journey of the human being, so it is a personified there. So let the way wind up the hill or down is a personification. And what is the next one given is the couplet. Some couplets are given in the poem. What is a couplet actually? If 2 lines contain the rhyming words, then it is known as a couplet. For example, the last 2 lines of the poem, my heart will keep the courage of the quest and hope the road's last turn will be the best. These 2 lines contain the rhyming words quest and best, no? So it is a couplet. So similar couplet is there in the poem. What is the next couplet? That is joy and boy. So many lines are given like that, you have to find it out. That is a homework for you. And anaphora is also given in the poem. That is another figure of speech. What is anaphora? If the starting line of the poem contains similar words, it is called as anaphora. The third and the fourth line of the first stanza, not hurrying to, not turning from the goal, not mourning for the things that disappear. These 2 contains the similar words not and not in the beginning of the line. So it is called as anaphora. So these are the figure of speeches, children. So I have completed the summary for you. I have told you the summary, the theme of the poem, about the poet, as well as about the style of the poem, and about the figure of speeches also. So I hope you can understand these things. Just at the last minute, I will say some key points of the poem also. The key points of the poem life is an experience for every person, and you must live it with courage. One should not worry about the uncertain future. Happiness nourishes life with extra energy. That is, you must be happy always. Imaginations to be fearless and pure. A new friendship, new adventures, and new explorations will enrich our life. You must always hope for a joyful future with determination and faith. These are the key points of the poem, children. So I hope you can understand. And after completing the summary of the poem, you must write the summary of the poem, the paragraph, for 5 times as homework. And you must read it to me also. And you must by heart the poem and write a test also. These are things you have to do. And another thing you have to do, that what is that is in the page number 18, some poem lines are given there and questions are given there. This is very important. You have these questions in your examination also, so you must practice these things. This must be done as a homework. Try to do. If you are able to understand the poem, you can do it easily. Okay, so read the following. I am telling about the A part. Read the following lines from the poem and answer the question. Some questions are given, no, so all these things you have to do of your own. Do it and submit it as homework in the group. Okay, students, I hope you can understand. If not so, please reply me or call me. Thank you, students.